Aeon Mining review. This is the latest opportunity that one of my subscribers asked me to do a review on, so I decided to take a look. Now, in the comments below, if you have some kind of opportunity that you want me to take a look at because you're thinking about joining, but you're not sure if it's legit, just drop it in the comments and I'll take a look and see if I can do a review on it. And also, if there's any opportunities that are just taking off and a lot of people are joining, but you think it's a scam, again, comment below the opportunity name and I'll do some research to check it out. But this is the latest one today. Now, before I begin, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click that bell icon so every time I bring a new video, you'll be notified right away. And you landed on this video because you're really interested in crypto. You're probably sick and tired of all the rug pulls and the exit scams these Ponzi scammers do all the time and just want to join crypto projects that are legit, where there's external revenue coming in. They're collecting fees to fund those external revenues and you're getting some kind of return on your crypto. And it's you have full control as well, which is amazing. If you want to do all that, there's a free training at wealthwithdefi.com by my mentor, Dan Ryder. He's been in this space for several years. He's completely crushing it. He's helped me crush it. Basically, the crypto returns that I'm having now with his cash flow strategy is completely funding my lifestyle. Anything that I do on YouTube or any other income streams are all gravy, which is, the whole point, right? You want multiple income streams. So wealthwithdefi.com is the only legit crypto education platform that I ever came across in the last 12 years. This is crazy, right? Crypto is very finicky, right? And you want to be mentored by someone that knows what they're doing because crypto is very volatile, but he's going to show you how to do it in a safe way where you're not going to lose out. In fact, even in the bear market, a year ago, I was still crushing it. All the students that are in his actual program are crushing it. But again, free training at wealthwithdefi.com. Once you watch that free training, book a call with this team and see where you want to take this, what your goals are. It's a free call as well. And that way you'll know exactly what you need to invest and how to do it in order for you to get there. Okay, so who's behind this thing, right? That's the first thing I always ask, because when I want to join a opportunity, I need to know what the leadership is. The leadership is crap. I don't want to join it because I know that the long-term vision for the company is going to be crap. But you know what's worse than just a crappy leadership? Not having any information on who runs or owns a company. So this is what, Aeon Mining is, that's the direction they decided to take. They don't want to be known. They're anonymous. They got some UK address. When I looked into it, it was like it belonged to some antique store or some residential apartments, which is not a good thing, right? So they got a fake address on a totally different business and some residential homes. I mean, they can't afford to, at least make it somewhat legit by having a virtual address, but they couldn't afford to get a virtual address, so they used someone else's address, which is pretty sad. And the domain aeonmining.com was registered back in 2017, sat unused until about mid-2024 when the company started to ramp up its marketing efforts. It's worth noting that the legitimate companies don't wait 7 years to launch operations, just so you know, right? And they got this corporation documents, which, a lot of scammers do, by the way, especially in the UK, the FCA, they do a terrible job actually checking out to see if the companies that are registered with them are legit or not. Like, it blows my mind how these financial regulators let this happen. UK is terrible. Now, if they had a registration with the SEC in the US, that would have been okay, right? Because they are really strict and they're going to do massive background checks. So what are the red flags? The red flags that you can't ignore. First one is anonymous leadership. We don't know who runs it, right? Fake address, which is pretty terrible, like using someone else's address. Stock photos of the mining center images, like no evidence of the actual facility, because I don't think they have one. No proof of mining it. Like, couldn't find any evidence of this external revenue coming into the company that is funding these returns. And also unsustainable, returns. Some of these returns are just ridiculous. For example, like 2, 3, 4, 5% a day. I mean, if someone actually figured that out, like a legit way to do that, you think they need a compensation plan And, they're not going to make it known. They're going to get a handful of people, their friends, maybe closest buddies, and become billionaires in a short few years. Like, use the Ponzi logic test. But if you go to wealthwithdefi.com, yes, you're not going to get 5% per day. But at the minimum, I'm making 5% per month, right? Sometimes 10% per month. Like, what other appreciating asset can do that? Not many. I mean, you get lucky sometimes with stocks, but it's not very common. But with this, like 60% is like the minimum that I want to make with crypto per year, right? So wealthwithdefi.com, even though they're not ridiculously crazy Ponzi scammer versions of, returns, but they're still higher than the general marketplace, and you'll still crush it. Again, wealthwithdefi.com, watch a free training, book a call, see what you need to invest in order for you to get to your goals, right? It's going to be like legit answers. If you say, I only have $10 and I want to make $1 million in the next year, yeah, they're going to say, yeah, that's not going to happen, right? So it's going to be actual, ethical, no BS, approach once you book that call. But anyway, basically how Aeon Mining operates. Basically, the first thing they do is they lure investors, affiliates, recruit people to join the platform with promise of easy returns. I just can't believe a lot of these affiliates don't even check to see if it's a legit company. Like, check the address. They would have saw some random house if they just checked the address. Initial payouts. Here's the thing. They usually pay out in the beginning, but you just never know when they stop paying. Right, that's when the issues happen. You just keep, investing. You just keep investing all your returns back into this, and before you know it, they rug pull. Right, that's the problem. So usually, what happens is, once recruitment slows down, because this is how they're funding everything, that's when crap hits the fan. Right. Yeah. So overall, Aeon Mining, no evidence of who runs it, no evidence of actual mining. No proof of anything. Rando house for an address, which is pretty sad. They can give they have these crazy returns that they can give you, but they can't afford to have a location or even a virtual address. I mean, they didn't even try to make this legit. But again, people are going to fall for this anyway, which is sad. And this is why I do these reviews, right? I want to make sure that you don't fall for it. You don't get scammed. And now that you watch this, do not join Aeon Mining. That's it for this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click that bell icon so every time we get a new video, you'll be notified right away. And like I said before, wealthwithdefi.com is the only crypto education platform that I recommend because it's run by my mentor, Dan Ryder. He's been doing this for several years. He's all about going above and beyond. And here's the thing. He's going to show you exactly what projects you should invest in while you're learning, right? There's going to be a little bit of a learning curve because he wants to equip you with the skill sets to find your own projects. For example, like a couple of months ago, I found my own project, after learning all this, where it was paying like 2,000% per year, for like 3 months. And obviously more people found out about it. It started to get a little bit saturated, so it went from like 2,000 to 500, then 100 and 60. Then eventually I just take my funds and find another project. But 60, like I said, 60 is the minimum I like to be in. But that's the beauty about this. Once you're equipped with a skill, like the sky's the limit. And here's the thing, like I said before, Dan Ryder is going to show you what he's invested in, and also he's going to give you weekly updates on what's happening in the marketplace so you're well informed. Should you invest this week? Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should. Like all those things, so you're covered. And like I said earlier, even in the bear market, I was still crushing it, and his students were crushing it. So wealthfordefi.com, watch the free training, book a call with this team, see where you can take this. But anyway, Aeon Mining, Ponzi scam, do not join. I'll see you in the next video.